Hi, angels, and welcome. I'm your host, Lisa Everding, founder of Earthy Angels, and I'm on a mission to empower women to live authentically and to take exquisite care of themselves. You can find us on earthyangels.com or head over to our show notes to follow us on socials. Hi, angels. Every woman is worthy of moving her body. Every woman is worthy of being in an environment where she can feel safe and supported to exercise, to work out, to take exquisite care of herself. But most people feel nervous about it. Most people feel like, I'm the beginner. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. Am I going to fit in? Am I going to be judged? I'm not flexible. I'm not fit. All of these insecurities, all these fears, all these doubts, all these worries will come up. So in today's episode, I just want to share with you what we offer, but also what to look for when you are starting on a health and wellness journey. Maybe you're starting a New Year's resolution. Maybe what you're doing isn't fulfilling you and you're finding a need to change and find something else. So I want to help you understand that you are worthy of moving your body. You are worthy of finding an environment that is nurturing and supportive for you. They are definitely out there. So I want to help you fall in love with this new journey of taking exquisite care of yourself, girls. Good morning, my beautiful, beautiful friends. It is such a beautiful morning this morning. It's a new moon. It's a new year. I have this morning, all I did was so simple yet so powerful, and I just feel so amazing in my energy. I just simply walked Kira, my dog. I got a beautiful golden retriever, and I just took her out to the grass just for her morning wee, and I stood out there, and I didn't get up in sunrise. I needed a little bit of a sleep in this morning, and I stood out on the grass, and the morning sun just felt beautiful. It was just pouring onto my skin, and I just stood there and grounded my feet and just took, 10 or so beautiful big butterfly breaths with my feet grounded. And then I just did a couple of side body stretches as I stood there with the sun's rays just kind of pouring into me. And I feel like I have been plugged into a phone charger. I feel so alive. I feel so energetic. And so no big spiritual rituals, no big a lot of time spent in that area today, because I really wanted to get on and have a chat with you guys. So that is how simple it can be, girls. Just a bit of a morning connection. Does not have to take ages. It can just be 5 minutes of just grounding and breathing in the morning air, breathing in the morning sun rays, and just really feeling what it feels like to be in your body, and just really allowing the energy of nature basically just to pick you up, and the energy of nature to energize you. And it can just set up your whole entire day. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because I just wanted to share how it's just such a simple little thing that anybody can do. And it literally only takes 5 minutes. You should try it. It's amazing. What I wanted to talk to you guys about this morning, it's a new moon, right? So I find around that new moon period, a lot of inspiration comes to me. I have more energy, a lot of ideas come to me, a lot of creativity flows to me. So I've learned to capture that when it's flowing through and just to go with it. And I want to leave that with you too, actually, because that is something, if you are everybody's got creative ability. Everybody has things that they like to create, or not necessarily just in your work, but in your home as well, what you do for your passions, your hobbies. The new moon has this kind of new inspiring energy. So it's actually really interesting if you track the cycles, track how your energy is feeling, and use that as times on your calendar. If you're launching new projects, if you've got something that you want to write or do or create, maybe look at that time of the cycle, of the lunar cycle, because it can really help you tap into your most creative potential. Anyway, that's not the reason what I wanted to share today. What I want to talk to you about is, this is something that comes up a lot around this time of year, but also a lot for any time of the year really, but particularly around that New Year's time when people want to start moving their body. And I get so many phone calls, so many messages, so many inquiries, just, I guess, getting a feel for what our studio is like. a feel for I'm a beginner. Is that okay? But where it all comes from is this: people want a feeling of, will I feel comfortable in your environment? So I have worked with women for many, many years. I had a personal training business. I trained people. I had a small business. It wasn't in a gym. I had a small, excuse me, a small business at home that I worked from around my kids and around my family, and also from the local park. And I had an amazing setup. It was so, so great. I trained from there myself all the time. I really love that phase of my life. And I look back on it with such pride for what I created, but also I had so many women come through my doors, and I really helped impact so many women in my community in a face-to-face way, and I really loved it. And I felt that so many women came to me because they felt they didn't feel comfortable in a gym environment or a big group setting. They had this, and this is what I've got a lot of phone calls about recently at the start of the new year's. People want to know, how will I feel? Like, will I feel comfortable in your space? What are the people like? Because they're gauging how they're going to fit in. They're gauging how they're going to feel being a brand new beginner, and they're gauging what the community's like. They're getting a feel for what we like and what we offer. So when I had my personal training business, I had so many women that would come and see me because they didn't feel comfortable in a gym or a big group fitness environment. They were afraid of being judged. They're afraid of not fitting in. They're afraid of not knowing what to do, not what their body shape and size was like, what they would wear. All of those things made people feel insecure, or made people concerned, is this going to be right for me? And it stopped them from taking exquisite care of their bodies. It stopped them from taking care of themselves and working on their bodies because of the underlying fear of, basically, will I fit in or will I be judged? And I could see that over the years, and I could see how people felt so comfortable in my space, and I could see how people felt so comfortable within the community that I had created. I used to dream and envision and write down in my journal, like, I want to have my own space, because you're limited, right, with what I could do working at home. And then I hit a point where I wanted my home to become separate. And I wanted to create this space where women felt so safe and comfortable to move their bodies. They felt free from judgment. They felt that they could really be themselves. It didn't matter what they wore. It didn't matter who they were around. They just felt safe and supported to move their bodies. And they felt that they could really, it empowered them, right? It really, really empowered them. And that's what I wanted to create, a space where people felt so empowered and so connected with themselves. But more so, along the years of working with women, I saw that, and I did this myself too, I saw that the inner work was really where people had big shifts and transformations. I saw that when they started to look at the way that their self-talk was, that when they started to really look at the way their mindset was, their attitude, the way they judged and criticized themselves, when I started to help them shift so much on the inside and help them fall in love with doing the inner work as well, that's where I noticed real big transformations come in people's happiness, in people's fulfillment, in people's self-awareness, in people's love for their body or appreciation for their body. It's when we stripped away so many of the exterior layers and really worked on the inside in conjunction with working on your physical body. Because you have one body to get you through life. You have one body that you need to take care of while you're here to have your best life experience. So you can't just do all the inner work and neglect your body, right? Like, they both go hand in hand. That whole, I know it's very cliche, body, mind, and soul, but it's that trilogy that we need to work on. It's constantly building and strengthening our physical body, but also our spiritual body, but also our mindset and our mental body as well, and rewiring a lot of the subconscious beliefs. So I saw, when I ran challenges with the girls, when I ran, different workshops, or just in my communication with the girls, I gravitated to a real holistic approach where I was doing so much of the inner work just as much as the personal training and just as much as the fitness, that I would dream of. I wanted a community, like a really a bigger community, a space where I could go. And because I got sick of setting up all the PT stuff in the park too, right? And I wanted a community, a space where everything was set up, where women just felt so free to be themselves, all the women around them in the studio. I actually thought back then, I didn't think a yoga studio. I was actually thinking like a fitness studio, right? And I was thinking how all the women felt they really encouraged one another, they really supported one another. They had this acceptance for one another, that everyone that walked through that door felt like they fit in. It didn't matter what they were wearing, what age they were, what body shape or size or anything exterior. It did not matter. It was how you felt, the energy that you felt when you walked in. And I would journal this. I would journal how my people would be in the community. Like, I just had this big vision in my heart and soul of what I wanted to create. And I look back and I go, wow, like, I'm so grateful that I invested the time into writing and journaling and visioning that, because I didn't have the answers. I didn't know what it was going to look like, what it was going to be called, where it was going to be located. All the, like the logical things I did not know, but I just had this vision of what I wanted to create. And fast forward, obviously, that's what I've created. And I feel so much love from the community for one another. Every time people come into the studio, I see members, like really welcoming other members or showing them around. And I was on a retreat in Bali earlier in the year, and one of the girls said to me, and I get this a lot, and one of the girls said, I've never walked into a community where I feel so supported and where I feel like everyone's just so nice. She goes, everyone is just so nice there. The teachers are so nice. The like random strangers would come up to me and just say hi and help me around. And she goes, I've never felt that from women ever in my life before. Like, I've only been surrounded by critical women, by women who are nasty to other women, that I've never felt and experienced that. And it just really drew me into your space. So that was my big goal, and that was my vision, and that's what I wanted to create. And I am so proud of myself that I created that. And I know it all come from doing the inner work, right? It all come from my vision on the inside. But most importantly, it's an energy. It's an energy of what people that I put out. And so because I have that energy and I have that intention, what I put out, that is what I attract into the community. I attract those kind of women into the community that are those rock for other women, or those support, or that, they have that love and that general compassion and kindness and wanting to help other women. That's what they put out, and that's what people feel. So I love that. Like, I'm so, so grateful for the community that we have. That, look, my point of my episode is not to bang on about how awesome my community is. Like, it really is. But that's not what I am wanting to talk to you about. What I'm wanting to talk to you about is how you can, well, it is part of it, but you can feel that in other communities, right? Like, it doesn't have to just be our Earthy Angels community. Like, you can feel that definitely in other communities. So I really want to encourage you to, when you're on a search for finding somewhere to move your body, or when you're on a search for moving, not just your physical body, but where am I going with this? Find a community, find a space, find a way of moving, a way of being, a way of, it's a feeling, it's an energy that really allows you to be yourself. So this is what I have found in a lot of, look, I've been part of gyms for a long time. I have been part of different fitness communities, different places that I have gone to. And it all comes back to a feeling, is people want to feel that they can be themselves. People want to feel that they can move their body in a way that just feels so aligned for them, in a way that feels that, yes, they're getting a workout. Yes, they are exercising, they're strengthening, they're toning, they're gaining more strength and more flexibility and more freedom in their body. But they're also feeling that they're getting empowered and strengthened and uplifted and confident from the inside, because that's where the big shifts and that's where the changes come from, is doing the work on the inside. So there are a lot of communities out there, and there are a lot of places and pages and socials and content out there that will offer you that. So use your energy, your gut, your feeling, to find those places for you. And it can be the people that you work out with as well. It doesn't have to be like just the community that you go to. Find, friends or partners or people to move your body with, that allow you to be yourself and that allow you to feel so nurtured, so supported, and just not judged by what you're wearing or whether you're doing the right thing or not. There are definitely places out there that can help you really feel that you can just be yourself. Because when you step into a place or when you work out with a friend, if you feel comfortable, if you feel supported, if you feel you can be yourself, you're going to stick with it. So when you're looking at somewhere that you can exercise for the long term, when you can move your body for the long term, you want to feel that you really fit in, and that you want to feel that you can just really be your authentic self, and that you don't have to pretend, that you don't have to show up and pretend to be somebody else, or dress in a certain way, or in order to fit in. That you can really feel that you can just show up and be you. If you do something wrong, you don't care. If you don't feel judged, you don't feel embarrassed. If you are brand new and you don't exactly know what you're doing, you just feel safe that it's okay. There's no mistakes. Like, it's just learning and it's just experience, right? But you feel that if you're not doing everything quite exactly right, or if you feel that you're fatigued, you feel that like your body's sort of getting a bit worn out, and you need to just tone it back a little bit, that you feel safe enough that you can go, actually, I'm really not feeling it right now, or I'm feeling a bit nauseous, or I'm feeling my body's just tired this week, that I need to step it back a little bit, or I need to just stop and pause. That you can actually do that is really, really important, that you are in a space where you feel that you can honor your body's needs. So this time of year, a lot of people are kind of wanting to start the fitness journey. And what often happens is they get to a point after a couple of months where they quit. They might go back to their old ways. They might just feel like they don't fit in, or they might just feel like it's not the right vibe for them. So what do? They just stop going altogether. And my goal has been to help women feel like they can exercise for the long term. My goal is to help you fall in love with what it feels like to move your body. My goal is to help you fall in love with moving your body, fall in love with nourishing your body, fall in love with really honoring your body, and having this respect and this love and this compassion towards your body, that you want to move it, you want to take care of it, you want to strengthen it, you want to tone it, you want to feel flexible, you want to really get the most out of your body. Why? Because it gets you the most out of your life. It helps you with your health, it helps you with your wellness, it helps you with your energy and your vitality, so that you can get the most out of life for you, for your loved ones, and with your family. So finding a space and stepping into a space where you go, you know what, I can actually see myself here for the long term, and a place where people allow you to not only be yourself, but a place where people are helping you grow and helping you flourish and helping you get out of your comfort zone, are helping you see the best in yourself, are helping you rise up to that better version of yourself, because that is the goal, right? Is growth and evolution over a lifetime. And fall in love with nourishing your body, you find, and falling in love with growth and falling in love with wanting to better yourself. When you surround yourself in an environment like that, you can't help notice that, hey, hang on a second, the weight's starting to drop off. Hang on a second, I'm getting a little bit more positive in my attitude. Hang on a second, I've noticed that I haven't judged myself as much lately. Or hang on a second, I've noticed that I just feel more confident when I'm out. I feel my energy is more uplifted. I feel that I have more to offer. Really try and find an environment that nourishes and grows you from the inside, as well as just your physical body. And they're not everywhere, but they're definitely out there. I know that that's what we embody. I know that's what we teach, but there are definitely other places out there where you can do that. Because if you want to exercise for the long term, you absolutely want to strengthen and empower your mindset and how you see yourself on the inside as well, because that's what's going to help. That's the difference. Like, that's what's going to help keep you engaged and really committed and consistent for the long term. So finding a place that helps build, strengthen, and empower you from the inside as well as the physical is going to keep you consistent, my friends. It's going to keep you going for the long term. And that is so important. And that's the vision that I had for our communities, really building women from the inside out. And I said to my teachers, like, when I have teachers come into the studio, I say to them, I just want you to be yourself, because we're not all the same. Everyone that comes through the doors are not all the same. We all relate to different people. We all relate to a different way of teaching, to what somebody else says, but we relate to different people's energy. And I said, I don't want a studio of teachers where everything is the same, because someone will relate to me and not to you, and vice versa. Someone will relate to you and not to me. And that's okay. Like, I have very, very much accepted the fact that we're not going to be liked by, or not even liked, but we're not going to relate to everybody, and that's okay. So I encourage my teachers to just be themselves, to teach in a style that is unique to them, and what feels uplifting and motivating and inspiring and genuine to them. And to just really not, like, I would see a lot of Instagram pages, and I would see, because like how you kind of can pick up on that bit of a gym vibe where, you feel that you may not fit in, or you feel there might be, I guess a lot of the same. I see that with some studios as well. And this is no disrespect, this is no judgment, but if you were to look at somebody's Instagram page, or if you were to look at somebody's, I guess how they are portrayed. This is a hard one, because I'm trying not to come from a place of, because I'm definitely not judging, but I'm coming from a place of energy, right? You know how when you can look at, like, somebody's social media and everything looks perfect. All of the, like, all the teachers look perfect. All of the students are all wearing their matching same outfits and same color palette, and everything just looks so perfect. And so, which is beautiful. Like, I love it. I look at that and I go, wow, that looks really amazing. And I think to myself, sometimes I should add a little bit of more of that kind of touch through my social media. And then I go, I just basically capture things randomly as they're coming up for me. And so it doesn't look all beautiful and perfect and all in this same palette, but it still looks nice. It still looks presentable. It still looks lovely, but it's unique to what's happening in the moment. So to me, that's more important, is capturing and creating content that happens real in the moment, than having it all 100% perfect that just matches, right? But to somebody looking at that, it comes back to energy. It comes back to how people feel. And people might feel, if it looks so perfect, if it looks like such perfect bodies, such perfect outfits, such perfect everything, I don't fit into that space. And so I'm very conscious of allowing people to feel that no matter what they look like, no matter what their body shape is, no matter what they wear, it's for the everyday woman, like, it's not just for this specific demographic of women that have to look this way to fit in. I really wanted to have that community, and there are a lot of communities out there that have this same essence of what I'm talking about, is that they feel that if you were to look at their social media, if you were to look at their website and look at how it makes you feel as the consumer, or from the outside looking in, does it make you feel like you're comfortable there? Does it make you feel like you fit in there? Does it make you feel that you can just be yourself in that environment? Or do you feel like, oh my God, I need to go out and buy new clothes. I need to go and do this. I need to, spend half an hour making sure my outfit's on point and all of this stuff. before I step into that studio? Or can you feel comfortable? I have a lot of women that will just kind of run in. I've had women that sometimes have come on the way and go, I forgot my workout gear. And is this okay? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. They've come in and, their shorts that they've had on during the day. And I'm like, we don't care. We just want you to feel comfortable. Yes, obviously you have to wear an outfit that you feel comfortable, that you can move and, lift your legs up in. But I really want the energy of the consumer or the person looking on the outside in to go, I can just be myself in this space. I don't have to have because there's still a lot of ego out there, right? Like it is just the time and space of the reality that we live in with social media, that there is still a lot of ego out there. There is still a lot of pressure of perfectionism, pressure of looking a certain way, of having everything so, just styled, and which I love it. I still think it's beautiful. But how does it make your consumer feel? How does it make you feel as the person stepping into the studio or to the gym or to the place where they're going to move their body? Are they going to feel comfortable to just be themselves? So when you are looking for a place and when you are doing your research, what is the energy of how do you feel? Can you feel that you can be yourself? Do you feel that you can be supported? Do you feel that you can just show up and it doesn't matter what you're wearing, what your age is, what your body shape is, that you feel safe to move your body, that you feel in a container of like-minded women where you feel comfortable enough that you can just be your authentic self and you don't have to pretend, you don't have to try and fit in, you can just rock up and be you, is really, really important when you are embarking on your fitness journey. Because if you're going to stick around there for the long term, you need to feel those things. You need to feel a connection. You need to feel that energy of love. You need to feel that energy of warmth, of welcoming, to keep you there for the long term. So I hope that's making a lot of sense to you. And I guess I just want to really get you to feel so comfortable to, whether you're a beginner, whether you're someone who has been moving your body for a while, but maybe you're a little bit over it and maybe you're looking for somewhere else to go, or maybe you're looking for a new style of movement that is more holistic. I just want to encourage you to get back to, how does it make me feel? Like when I walk in the doors, when I talk to the person over the phone, when I do my research with them on social media or looking up their website, what vibes am I getting from that community? What energy am I getting from the people that teach there, or that train there, or that own it, or that work there? Like, what vibes am I getting? And trust your gut. Go with that feeling and how it makes you feel, because that's what I'm getting a lot of at this time of year, girls. And that's why I wanted to pop this episode up, is to really help you find a place where you can be yourself. Help you find a place where you can just feel so supported that you want to stick around, because health and fitness is for the long term. It's not just something that you do at New Year's to lose 5 kilos. It's not something that you just do at New Year's just to hit a certain goal, or that you lose interest in because it doesn't align with you. Aligning with your energy is more important, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Aligning with your energy is one of the most important things to look for. Can you be yourself? Does it matter if I'm a beginner? Does it matter? Another question I get all the time is, I'm not flexible. I'm like, girls, you turn up to gain flexibility. You don't rock up already flexible. Every single person on the mat has always been a beginner, has at some stage in their life been a beginner, has at some stage in their life not known what they're doing, has at some stage in their life been so unsure or riddled with anxiety before they came as well. The only difference is they've just been doing it a little bit longer for you. And we always encourage people to, your first goal is just to move your body. Your first goal is to just really start moving your body. And don't look around the room. Don't compare yourself to everybody else. I mean, yes, it's good to look around the room to get that little bit of inspiration and to know what you're doing. I'm not saying that. But in terms of, don't try and keep up. Don't try and push yourself if you're not there yet. just honor your body. Whenever you step on the mat, honor your needs and your body, because you're on the mat for you. You're on the mat to do what aligns for you. You're on the mat to move your body in a way that feels good for you, because at the studio and wherever you go, there are always going to be people who are at a different level to you. There are always going to be people who are maybe overcoming an injury, maybe coming back from having a baby, maybe they're pregnant, maybe their body is just different. Everybody is different. We have different limitations in our body. There's certain things that we just can't do because of our physical makeup in our body. So it is not a studio full of, and a lot of studios are like this, and a lot of places are like this. It is not a studio of sameness. It's not a studio of perfect bodies all doing the exact same things in class. But what I see from a teacher's perspective when I look around the room is everybody is doing different things in terms of their pace, in terms of their intensity, in terms of their skill level, their ability level, the amount of time that they've been coming for. But often you just feel like all eyes are on you, and they're not. Everybody has the same worries, the same doubts, the same fears, the same insecurities, but they're still showing up anyway, and they're still doing the workout, they're still doing the practice, they're still moving their body anyway. So don't feel like you're the only one. And I have had women that have said to me, I've been riddled with anxiety. I have been following you for a year, a couple of years. I've had women that have rocked up and said, I've been following you since you were doing your personal training business, and it has taken me that long to have the courage to actually turn up to a class. Or I've been, I've driven to the studio 2 or 3 times, or maybe just once, but sat in the car riddled with anxiety and couldn't bring myself to come in. Then when they finally come in and they finally do their workout and they finally come into the studio, or they finally turn up for a women's circle or a meditation class, they go, I don't know why I was so worried. I don't feel any of those fears that I had at all, but the fear held me back. The fear kept me stuck. And that's what a lot of people find, is they feel that this fear holds them back, but they just can't push through it. And the only way that you are going to get rid of the fear is to do the thing, is to turn up to the class, is to make the phone call, is to make the inquiry. Because then you will look back and you will feel like these other girls as well, and you'll go, man, it wasn't as hard as what I thought. It wasn't as intimidating as what I thought. Everybody is just so nice. Everybody made me feel really comfortable. I actually felt really safe to just do what I had to do. I've had women come to class who have said to me, who've been coming for a little while, and said, I just need to be in your space today. I'm not feeling it, but this is in a yoga class I'm using this example from. But is it okay if I just hang out at the back and maybe sit in child's pose for a little bit, or maybe do a little bit of a meditation? I just need to be in this environment. I'm like, oh my God, yes, please do. Like, just come and do what feels in alignment for you and what you need at the time. And that is how safe our community is that you can just do what you need in the moment. And that's what I want to encourage my members, is to just really honor your body's needs and honor where you're at the time. Because even if you're not a beginner, even if you've been coming for, a couple of years, couple of months, you're going to have days where your energy feels off. Maybe your kids have kept you up. Maybe you're stressed out at work. Maybe you've had, you're on your period and you've been really, really tired. Maybe you're overcoming sickness and you're coming back to the studio. Is honor your body where it's at in the moment, because what you could do last week, you might not feel up to it this week. And that's okay. Is really learning to listen to your body. And that is one of the things that I'm really passionate about teaching women that come into the studio, is to teach them to connect with their body, to teach them to create such a beautiful, sensual, intimate relationship with their body, that you are so in tune and you're so self-aware and you're so connected, that you have faith and trust in the signals and the signs and the messages that your body is giving you, that you can honor that, but also having a space where you feel safe to honor your needs and honor what you need in the moment. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I really wanted to share, I guess, from a new person looking in, from a new person asking, because I get these questions all the time. So I thought, you know what, I may as well just do a podcast episode about it and just put it up there, and the new person will find it, or the person that is kind of sussing out our studio or our environment will find it, or the person that is wanting, because not all of you are going to be local, the person that is wanting to find a new way to move their body, or a new community, or a new gym, or a new space, is get back to the energy of how it makes you feel, and just find that community, find that environment that you can really feel you can be yourself in. But also, if you are a beginner, do it anyway. Like, just turn up and give it a go, because you've got nothing to lose. Because if nothing changes, right? You're going to be in the exact same position this time next year, wishing that you had started it a year ago. Or maybe if you look back over the last 5 years, you think, man, I should have started and I just didn't. If nothing changes, you're going to be in the exact same space in this time next year. So just give it a go. Turn up and just try. Turn up knowing that you don't have to already be flexible. You don't have to already be fit. That is why you come, and that is what you are there for, is to be in the community, to be in the supportive environment, to be in the guidance of somebody who's going to help you achieve your results, is going to help you hit your goals, is going to help you with your intentions, help you with your New Year's resolutions, help you fall in love with yourself, help you fall in love with moving your body, and guide you along the way, because they're out there. There are more than just Earthy Angels out there. There are a lot of communities, but I can only speak from what we offer and what we provide, which is absolutely amazing. And I just know why so many people are falling in love with it, because the intention behind why we're here is genuine and authentic. And I have so much love for you guys. I have so much appreciation and gratitude for every single one of you that listen, that come through the doors, that turn up to move their body, that are in our space and in our energy. And that's one thing that I had a client message me. She was a past client, and she messaged me. Actually, I've had a couple this week and said, I need to be in your energy. I need to be in your space. I'm coming back. And we are so welcoming with open arms, and we can't wait to see you in the new year and beyond. And so much light and love to all of you angels. Bye. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode and want more, feel free to follow or subscribe on whatever platform you listen to. You can also head over to earthyangels.com or join our private Facebook group, Earthy Angels Connect, for more community, blogs, updates, inspo, motivation, support, and to connect with a tribe of like-minded souls. And if you have a moment, we would be super grateful if you would love to leave a review. Sending you so much light and love, Angel.